Welcome to a Grand Californian Christmas. So we just parked and I am so excited about our very first staycation. I've never stayed at the Grand Californian, and I've stayed at only one Disneyland hotel like in my entire life. So and that was Pixar Place but that's when it was like Paradise Pier Hotel or like whatever the other name was. But we just parked. You get to do self-park or valet. Self-park is $40, valet is $70. But you park across the street next to the Pixar Place Hotel, and then the Disneyland Hotel is right there, but also the downtown Disney entrance is right there too. So if you don't want to walk across the street and go into the Grand Californian, you can just go into the downtown Disney entrance and just kind of walk around everything over there, or even just get on the monorail to get to Disneyland. However, we are on our way. We're walking over to the Grand Californian. I'm so excited for this vacation. We have a lot planned for our little mini vacation. Let's get our day started. Okay, so we just checked in and the room isn't ready yet. However, because it's 11:30 right now, but I do have park reservations, so I think we're just gonna go and walk into California Adventure until our room is ready, because also some of the holiday things that are going on here at the Grand California don't start till like 4 or 5 o'clock. So we have some time. I want to go kind of play around in the park. We'll go do that, and then we will come back into the Grand Californian. I can't believe I'm staying here. I'm in shock, guys. I'm in shock. So I just went through the California Adventure entrance, and I always go through that entrance, especially because I like to go and sit in the Grand Californian just on regular days. But it just felt different being a hotel guest. I can't believe I'm saying that. But okay, so it's kind of empty, but over here there's not usually a lot of people walking around. So I'm gonna go play around in the park and get on a few things. I do want to go ahead, play around, and then we'll go back into the Grand Californian a little later in the afternoon. Hopefully the room is ready within the next like couple hours, because I had a lot of stuff with me too. It's crazy because we're only staying one night, but so I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys real soon. Okay, so our room is ready. I have gone in there, checked it out. I wanted to see it before I put it on camera, but let's go ahead and check out the studio villa in the DVC area of the Grand Californian. Okay, so when you first walk in, there's this really big like nook area, and I don't have kids, but like this stroller is for my family for tomorrow, but this is to give you guys an idea of how big it is. So then this is a lock off area, so if you guys have family in the other room, you guys can unlock this and you'll be able to visit your family in that area. And then you walk in, and this humongous bathroom area. So you have these double mirrors, full body mirrors, which I absolutely love. And I'm assuming this is a closet. Oh, and it came with the Grand Californian robe. I'm definitely putting that on. Oh, it's fuzzy inside. Oh, And then you have an iron, some extra pillows, which thank God, because I love to bury myself in pillows. And then we have the sink area. I love that this is separate by itself. This is really nice. And there's a lot of storage space up here. So for all our ladies and individuals who like to wear makeup, you have a lot of room to work with. And then nothing really exciting about this, but this is the bathroom area. It's spacious, but it also closes off, so that's actually really nice. And then you have your little, I don't know what this is. I call it a fishing line. I don't know what the actual word is for that, but that's what you hang like your wet clothes on. But also you have the Grand Californian. I don't know if these are H2O products still. They don't say H2O, but they look like them, except for this one. But I'm glad that they have this, because I did not bring any body wash. Then you come to this area here, and then you have a microwave. We have some cutlery, cups, a coffee maker. I wish it was an espresso though, because I don't know how to use that. There's a condiment kit, which we'll open that a little later, and then some coffee. So I'm not using that because I don't know how to use that. But this is actually really nice because you have a bottle, you have a bottle opener. So that is really nice for the champagne and wine that I brought for our stay. You also have your sink here, and then you open this up and there's some coffee mugs, and I believe these are plates. Yeah. Oh, that's nice that they're paper. Oh, so I don't have to wash anything, thank God. My camera does not want to focus. There we go. Some paper towels. That's really lovely to have. And then you also have your mini fridge, which this is a really decent size. I love that for me, because I did bring some snacks for the park. And then here is the grand reveal. So the studio comes with 2 queen beds. So there's one in here, and then we also have the Murphy bed that pulls down, but I won't be pulling that down because I don't have anyone else staying with me. Wonderful. But I absolutely love these finishes. Like, it's like old California with the orange trees, the railroad that Walt loves, the detail in the back of the headboard. This is gorgeous. I really like that. Then you also have your phone and an alarm clock. I hope that's turned off. I'm not using that. Sofa. And then we're on the first floor, which I don't mind. It's fine, but we have a little balcony patio thing outside where we can sit down, but it is freezing and I'm not doing that. Here we have a little table, another mirror, but a table where we can sit down. I just got off the phone with Bell Services, and then also our TV and some extra storage space. So overall, my general thoughts of the room is it's huge. There's so much space in here. It looks a little like outdated, like the backsplashes and stuff, but overall, like, I feel like it's well maintained. I don't see a lot of chips or anything, so it doesn't look like there's been like a million people in here, which I'm pretty sure there has been. I'm really excited about this stay because I also want to share that I am a DVC member. This is my very first DVC stay, and I'm just so excited about it. Oh, here we go. I'll put you down. So I'm just really excited about being a DVC member because I was starting to get priced out of my Disney vacations. I go to Disney World once a year. It's starting to become twice a year because I do run Princess Marathon now, and I want that to be an annual tradition for myself. But also with inflation and just expenses, like, Disney is not the only vacation I ever want to take a year. So having the DVC membership ensures that I have a hotel to stay at. Now, there are additional costs that I have to pay for, but it's not nearly as much as what I would be paying if I were to be staying on property. I never in a million years would have thought that I would stay at the Grand Californian. Like, this resort is $600 a night starting, and I can just imagine how much it is for the Christmas time. There's so much that's going on during the Christmas time. I was talking to registration when I was coming in, and they were saying like you can meet Santa. There's a tea party that you can get reservations for. I was a little too late for that, but also it was a little pricey, so I don't I don't want to spend money on that. All of the Christmas decorations in here, it's so beautiful, and I hope you guys saw that within the earlier little B-roll that we had. But I'm not gonna go on too long of a tangent. I'm just waiting on my bags, and then I want to go out into the hotel, and it's 3 o'clock, and I do want to see the Christmas fantasy parade at nighttime, but I might just wait till tomorrow because I want to spend as much time as I can in the resort if I'm going in the hotel, if I'm going to be paying for it through my DVC points. But I do want to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on the total cost. So I did want to have a little chat about like hotel cost, amenities, things like that for the Grand Californian. So if you're not interested in that, fast forward. We're just gonna go eat and do some other things. But if you guys want to know how much it costs nightly to stay here, also how much the DVC amount is, then stay tuned. Just grab yourself your little drinky drink. I'm drinking an Ace cider. I did bring my own beverages because I'm tired of spending $19 per drink in the park. So I have my little bevy here, and we're gonna chat away. So we'll start off with the DVC side. So for a DVC in a studio, one night here is 20 points. Now, you're like, what's points? DVC is essentially a timeshare through Disney, to make it as simple as possible. A lot of people don't like to call it that, but it is a timeshare through Disney. And you reserve your nights through points. So I have a certain amount of points that I can use per year, and this night particular was $20 a point. Now there are cheaper nights. I do have a stay later on next year for my birthday, where I was able to do, I think it was like 36 points for 2 nights. So you can kind of see what that difference is. So if you're looking at what the conversion for that is, it would be around like $430, really depending on the type of room you get. I have a studio here, but there are 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. So just depending on like the size of the room that you get is how much you would pay per point. Okay, so I just pulled up what the price would be on the Disneyland website if I were to have booked a room like this style of room. Just like it would be like your standard studio, no view, anything like that. And right now it's $830 a night. So I'm essentially saving about 50% by using my DVC points. No way on in any lifetime would I have been able to even afford the $400 per night. Like, that's one thing, but also to pay $800, no. I would not have been able to do that. This is the most expensive Disneyland resort. The next one would be Disneyland Hotel and then Pixar Place Hotel. And I can see why it's expensive, but I don't think I would ever be able to like justify paying $800 a night to stay here when there's so many hotels within walking distance. But now I want to get into amenities. So the amenities here are really nice. They actually gave me this pamphlet when it's not a pamphlet, it's literally a piece of paper, but they gave me this piece of paper that gave me the dining times, what time everything opens, the pool hours, early entry. So you can get early entry into Disneyland or Disney California Adventure depending on what day it is. And then you also have just the other amenities. So there's the lobby concierge, and they're 24/7. The Tenaya Stone Spa, and that's just like your standard spa. The Eureka Fitness Center, I actually walked in there. I'm gonna try to pan over these. I won't have the Tenaya Spa because I'm not going in there. Steps away from the park. So you're literally steps away from the park. Like, you guys have seen me, like when I first walked through California Adventure, there's no closer you can get to a park than that. Like, not even, I don't even think there's anything at Disney World that is that close. Like, it's crazy how close we are. We are so close to the park. Also, where I'm at, there is a Pixar Place entrance that we can use to get into Pixar Pier that leads over to where Goofy Sky School is. Checkout is at 11 a.m. I wish it was 11 p.m. At 11 a.m. However, DVC members and those staying in DVC villas cannot do extended checkout. If you're staying in like the standard rooms, they may be able to accommodate your request, but it's not guaranteed. There's 24-hour laundry service, internet access, and then just like your guest services. The TV in here, I can cast on there from my phone. I wish I would have brought my iPad. Wasn't even really thinking about it, but I'll just cast on my phone. My phone will be on the charger, so that's fine. But yeah, so those are going to be all of the amenities within the hotel. I'm really excited because it is 3:30 and we're about to go to the Hearthstone Lounge. That opens at 4 p.m. for dinner, and then they also have like a Christmas time tea with Santa. That's during the daytime, which that's the one I wasn't able to get, but I wasn't paying $120 to drink tea. I don't even like tea. I do want to grab a drink at Napa Rose, but looking at those prices, I don't want to spend $30 on a drink. But we're gonna do it all. I'm gonna get a drink from there because I've never been inside. I've never seen it. I've never seen the Hearthstone Lounge, so I'm really excited about that. I wish I would have brought my running clothes because I am training for the half marathon, but I did not bring those. The gym looked really, really nice. But yeah, so we're gonna chill out in the room. I'm gonna spend as much time as I can in here because we only have this one night, but I also want to do a few things later on. Like, I want to go and but I want to go and go into Disneyland like around 11 because I don't have to drive home, which I'm really excited about. We're just gonna take it minute by minute because my family is also here and I do want to hang out with them a little bit, so we're just gonna figure it out. I honestly hope I'm going the right way because everything looks the same. But we're gonna head to the Hearthstone Lounge because they have a French onion soup and a Caesar that I really want. But we'll look at the menu. Okay, I think we go this way. But we'll look at the menu and see what else they have on there. But we're gonna head over and grab us something to eat because I'm starving. Okay, so we just got back from the Hearthstone Lounge and it was pretty decent. I got the French onion soup. I'm gonna just do a little pan over because there was a lot of people there and I didn't want to be like talking, but it was really cheesy. Like, there wasn't enough soup. There was a lot of cheese. So I would give that like a 2.5 out of 5. And then I just got a little house Caesar. I didn't take a video of that because I ended up meeting this really nice couple. They were really sweet to me and we just had a really great conversation. So that's what I just love about Disney. Like, we just meet the best people on earth. So I don't know what we're gonna do because Santa has a storytelling at 7. It's 5:43, so we are gonna go to that, but I think I'm gonna hang out and probably just go read my book, and then Actually, yeah, we're gonna go read our book by the fireplace and then go listen to Santa's story and then figure out the night from there, because being this close to Disney, like, this is real and raw, guys. Like, I have no plans. I'm typically so used to like, oh, like my day has to be X, Y, and Z because I have to go home and like, you know, tend to my dog. But I don't have to do that today. And we're like walking distance from the park. So I think what I'm gonna go do is take my book to the storytellers like lounge area, because there's like a big fireplace over there. So I'm gonna go read for a little bit and then we're gonna go and watch Santa and go from there. I went to Disneyland and did the Disneyland Railroad around just because it was like 11 o'clock. So it's like 11:20 right now and I'm walking through the California Adventure entrance to go back to my hotel, and I just want to document this moment because this is crazy to me. Like, I usually would be like driving home on my way to go home to Chloe, and like, this is crazy. Before we go to bed, look at how pretty this lobby is. One moment. I look like a zombie, guys. I'm trying to get good lighting, but I think this is just the best that's going to happen. I slept so good. These beds are so comfortable. Yeah, this is probably the most comfiest bed I've ever slept on in Disney property. Like, I knocked out. I ended up going into the park late. Like, I got in there around like 11. And then I just rode the train around, which I was actually really pleasant, really nice. But I'm going to get myself together. I need to go pick up my dog, and then I will give you guys a full rundown of my stay. So I'll be right back. We are back. We are home from our staycation at the Grand Californian, and I wanted to take some time to really ponder on my thoughts staying there, because one, that was my very first staycation as an adult at a Disney property in Disneyland, and two, that was my very first stay as a new DVC member. So there are some things that I wanted to just kind of touch on and give my reflections. But yeah, so let's get this started. Number one, I really enjoyed the resort. I thought that it was very nicely laid out. It wasn't hard to find your room. It wasn't hard to find elevators. I like that out of a hotel, because you have to lug your luggage around, and you have strollers, and there's a lot of things that come with a Disney vacation, and I didn't feel like I was like struggling. There are some resorts at Disney World where I'm like, oh, I do not feel like walking back to the room, but it was a really pleasant stay. Something that I really enjoyed was the staff. The staff there, they were phenomenal. I walked out of my room and there was, I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was a manager or if he was Bell Services. I don't know who he was, but he was like, "Hi, Miss Purdy, how's your day going?" And I'm like, fine. Like, that's really cool that, I mean, I'm pretty sure he just looked up my name in my reservation, because he didn't say like right when he saw me. Like, I was kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, because I actually bumped into him and I kept walking, and then I think he looked it up, and that just caught me off guard, because I was just like, I've never really had, you know, like hallway interactions, or just I'm at the front desk and someone's like, they know my name because I'm at the front desk. Like, that was actually a really, really pleasant experience. I enjoyed that. I think that that's what is luxury. When you stay at a luxury resort, because that's what this is. DVC resorts are at deluxe hotels where you spend the most amount of money in. Having someone being like, "Hey, Miss Purdy, like, how's your day? Do you need anything?" I don't have any complaints about it. When I got back from Disneyland, I was like, I'm not about to pick up the camera and start recording any of this. Like, I do want to enjoy some of this off camera. I had the best burger ever. That was the best burger ever. And just being able to watch Star Wars in the room and not having to, you know, get on the tram, get in my car, drive all the way home. I couldn't have asked for anything better. It was just a really perfect end to my night. The next best thing, the bed. Oh my God. The bed was so comfortable. It was so comfortable and I just knocked out. Like, I haven't slept that good in a while. So I'm gonna have to ask Disney like what kind of mattress that is. I know they're gonna do a refurb, which is very much needed, and I'll touch on that next, but I hope they don't get rid of that mattress because I need that mattress. Like, it was perfect. The check-in, check-out process was really smooth. Bell services was really smooth. I actually left my jacket because I was in such a rush the next morning, and you guys would have seen in the clip. I had to go pick Chloe up because we had an issue with daycare and I just had to go get her. And I left my jacket in the room. They were holding it for me. You know, the cleaning service had it, but they just hadn't had a chance to go drop it off at Lost and Found. They tracked the person down and went and got my jacket. Like, I could have just, they could have been like, no, like, you have to wait till we drop it off at Lost and Found. No, like, they stopped what they're, because they were in the room next to mine. And it wasn't that person who had cleaned my room. And they were like, no, like, we'll go get it. And they got on the phone, found who had it, went and got it, told me to go sit down, and brought me my jacket. So that was a great experience too. Like, that's like top-notch service, because they easily could have just been like, you're gonna have to wait until we drop your jacket off at Lost and Found. So that was a really pleasant experience as well. There was a lot of activities that I ended up going home, dropping Chloe off, and coming back and spending a lot of time in the resort. I wanted to do that all off camera just so that I had an experience. I also went into the park, but I came back at night. That place was jumping. They had a band, Santa was reading, they were serving hot chocolate, there was lights everywhere, it was so many people, the bars were popping. It was just magical. Like, that is what I envisioned Christmas to be, and I think that the Grand Cal got it right. Like, I had the biggest smile on my face. Like, nothing could have went wrong in that moment. Like, I really enjoyed it. They had carolers. Everything was just perfect. Like, the Christmas atmosphere, like, if I don't ever stay there again for any other time during the year, I'm gonna have to do it at least once for Christmas, because that was just the epitome of what I feel like Christmas should be. It was just phenomenal. I had the best time. Some cons. I didn't like the parking situation. I didn't like having to go across the street and come back, because I just, you know, Anaheim is relatively safe. The Disneyland area is relatively safe. There's a lot of security everywhere, but just having to walk across the street at night by myself, I don't know how I would have felt about that, so I just didn't do it. But just even like the amount of money you're paying to stay there, I thought that there would be a parking garage like right with the like building, and having to pay $70 just for someone to take my car. I don't like valet because I don't like having to wait. Like, I just want to get in my car and go, and sometimes valet can be a little slow. So that's my only grief with that. The next con would be the rooms definitely need a refurb. The rooms are outdated. There weren't a lot of outlets. I ended up hooking my phone up to the alarm clock, my extension cord to the alarm clock, because there wasn't a plug next to the bed or anything. So it just needs a little bit of a refurb, a little of a revamp, just to give it a more fresh look, because they're doing a lot of that in a lot of the other resorts, so it just doesn't look the same. But other than that, that's my cons. I don't really have too much other than the price, but I'm not going to sit here and harp on the price. I think everyone knows what they're getting into when they're staying there. I personally would never be able to stay there if I wasn't a DVC member. Like, I would never pay for that. Like, even like, I don't know, like $800 a night for a hotel room. If I was at Disney World, maybe, and if I had the money, like, I would, but I would never in my wildest dreams, unless like God makes me a millionaire tomorrow, which, you know, that can happen. But even then, like $800 a night is a lot of money. That's a lot of money to spend on a room. But you know what you're getting when you're staying there. You look at the price when you select confirm. So if you're complaining about that, I don't know, but that's the end of that. Overall, I would give that stay a 9 out of 10. I just think that those little small things, those are easy fixes, so that it would be a 10 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed just being able to just stay on property and just having my first DVC experience. I do have an upcoming trip in February, and you guys will see a whole series of that. But for now, yeah, I have a vlog coming out from my day at Disney's California Adventure. I go over to Disneyland for a little bit. So make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. And if you guys liked this little staycation, I am willing to do some more because I have some other hotels that I want to try out in the Disneyland area. And I want to return to some that I used to go to when I lived in the Bay Area and would come down. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.